So one of the big things I've struggled with on YouTube is making sure the audio sounds good for my videos. You see, I do a lot of outdoor videos. I have a DIY channel where I'm recording a lot of things outdoors. I live in sunny South Florida, but one of the problems is that it's windy, and you may be able to hear the wind in the background right now. I'm using just my regular iPhone microphone. All I have done right now is I've set it up and I've hit record. But I have been looking through a bunch of different microphones, and I want to run you through the 5 that I've been looking at specifically for the types of videos that I'm doing right now. The first one I want to show you is the lav microphone. You can see that I'm wearing it right now. And this is the one I use in most of my videos. I know I probably look funny with it on here. It's not small, it's not discreet, but it does seem to block out the ambient noise the best. The wind, any kind of lawn mowing, which happens every day 24/7 around here. Constantly hear the lawn mowing. You can also hear the birds chirping maybe. But this one seems, from my perspective, to block out the noise the most. So this one also is battery powered. Comes with a 30-hour charge case. In this case I keep looking at here, it actually has 2 microphones, so you could have someone else with you on the video. It comes with an adapter to plug into your phone, whether it be a Google phone or an iPhone. It has both adapters available. And the great thing is, like I said, it's 30 hours of battery life. So I typically put the microphone in when I'm not using it, and then I just hook it up to my computer every once in a while. It does also have a digital readout for you so that you know how much power you have left. So you can tell the sound on this one, it does seem a little bit muted. It's a little bit funny, but the noise around me is missing. It is totally blocking it out. And so I really liked using this one. All right, this next one is the Takstar shotgun mic. This is a super cheap mic. It's actually the cheapest one of all the ones that we're looking at. I believe it was less than $20. It's got that standard clip that you can put on top of a camera or on top of any of those frames that you might buy to put your iPhone inside of. I don't think this one works very well, unfortunately. I think you get what you pay for here. You may not be able to tell the difference between this one and some of the other ones we're going to look at, but from an outside perspective, it really doesn't block much noise out. It doesn't have a dead cat, that thing that covers the microphone, the fluffy thing. It's really, the windscreen is just a foam piece around the microphone. It doesn't do a good job, in my opinion, of blocking out the wind. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't work well inside when you're sitting at a desk very close to your camera, but in this case, I just don't think it blocks the noise out very well outside. It does have a 10 decibel sensitivity enhancement that you can select on the microphone, so that is one positive. One other thing with this one, it is battery powered and it does not have a battery indicator on it, so you may be recording a video and it might die on you and you would never know. So that's something to keep in mind. The microphone you're listening to now is actually not one that I would even consider outside, to be honest with you, but I wanted to throw it in the mix so we could listen to the differences between them. This is actually one of my main indoor microphones when I'm sitting at my desk doing a video. It's similar to the ones you see a lot of podcasters using when they have it sitting in front of their mouth, or maybe they've boomed it in. This is the Fifine Studio USB recording mic, so it's got the USB plug as the standard plug to go into your computer. And I'm booming it right now. I'll show you a picture of it. Actually, my whole setup looks a little bit funny here as we're testing all of these out. But I just wanted to compare between this and the shotgun mic. I think this one would hold up just as well outside if this was your only option. All right, this one that we're listening to now is the Deity D4 front and back mic. Now the front and back mic in some cases is really great, especially if you're inside, maybe you've got 2 people on either side, or you're working on both sides of the microphone. That works out really well. In the case when you're outside, that doesn't work great for me because I've got all this noise around me. I really don't want to use that back mic. I just want to use the mic that's directly in front of me. So I typically am going to keep the back mic off if we were using this microphone outside. Now this one does have a better windscreen. The dead cat on here does seem to work pretty well. I think you'll notice a difference between this one and that shotgun mic from earlier, the Taskmaster. So just a couple things to be thinking about as far as the ambient noise, the noise around you, as well as what your voice quality sounds like. I believe my voice sounds better with this mic than it does with that lav mic that we looked at first, but it does still have some of that noise going on around me, and it's not really canceling it out very well. It does seem to pick up some of the wind very easily. It does feel like a bit of a breezy day today here, and I do think we're going to hear some of that wind come through in the audio, but it's not nearly as noticeable as in that shotgun mic, or obviously in that professional recording microphone for your desk. A neat feature to point out about this Deity D4 mic is that it does have an input in case you want to wear a lav mic and you want to put the input directly into this microphone so that you can continue using that one on your camera. That's pretty great. I do like that feature. The negative to that though is with the way that this microphone is set up, it's got those windscreens, the dead cats on either microphone, and it's covering up the control. So where that input is for that auxiliary microphone, it's covered up, as well as the switch to go between the front and back microphones. That gets covered up and a little bit hard to access. This is the last microphone we're going to listen to, at least for today. This is the Deity D4 Mini. Now this is similar to the last one we just listened to. This one does not have that back microphone, but it is much smaller. It's nice that it's compact in my opinion. It's easy to transport if you want to pack it somewhere and take it with you. So a lot of positives there. I think you're going to notice the sound quality isn't that much different than the other one that we just listened to a moment ago. You can probably still hear a little bit of my pool pump, maybe a little bit of the wind, though the wind has died down just briefly here. But overall, I believe the sound quality is going to be similar between these two Deity microphones. So purchasing between them, if this is the route you want to go, it's more a decision of do you want that back microphone with the auxiliary input option, or would you rather have it small and compact? Unfortunately, you can't have both, but you could go for one or the other. And some wind is starting to pick up now, so that will help as we evaluate which one works best. So we'll let that go for a second here, just to make sure we get that in. So I think the pick for me, under normal conditions where I am day to day, is going to continue to be these Lavalier microphones. I just think the way they cancel out the wind, the lawn mowing, the birds, the pool pump, all of that just works best for what I'm doing. But I do like that Deity D4 that has the microphone on both sides. I do think it's versatile and allows for additional uses beyond what I'm doing right now, especially if I need to take this in on the deck or inside my house really quick and I don't have to change up my setup. I think that D4 from Deity does give me a lot of the versatility that I need. But you be the judge. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think it would be better if I continued to use this Lavalier microphone, or should I switch to the one you just heard a moment ago from Deity, the D4?